What is up, everybody? Welcome back for this impromptu episode of Rad Up All Night. And I am your host, Garrett. As always, let me know if there's anybody out there. I just quickly put on my Instagram that I was going to go live tonight. It was very impromptu. It was one of those things where I said, you know what? Let's do this. Let's rally the troops and let's smash this 2K subs tonight. So let me know who is in the house right now. Let me know. Vanderoff, what is going on? What's the name? What is up? What's up, Dave? How you doing, man? Welcome, everybody. Again, it was something that I just randomly decided I wanted to do. It's been a crazy day. I've been up since 3:30, 3:40, I'd say. Got to work about 4:45, worked until 5, grabbed dinner, got home at 8. Went out and worked out, got done about 10 o'clock, came home, showered, and I was looking at my sub count and I was like at 1,998 subs. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to go live. I'm tired, but I haven't done one of these in a while. And I was like, let's see if we can smash this 2K tonight. Because I know a lot of people that watch my channel are from the West Coast, or maybe even other people might not even be from the United States, and this might be a better time for them to check out a live show than if I was to go on at 9 or 10 o'clock. So very random, very late, but I want to see, can we smash that goal tonight? And just kind of chat it up a bit. I'll kind of show you guys some recent things I got in the mail this week. I'll take questions and just let you know what you can expect from this channel for the next coming weeks. So, Stuntman Mark, what's up, man? How are you? Night Killer, 1990. Cool, man. I'm trying to think. Do I know that? Night Killer. I know Night Visitor. Night Killer. Is that the one from Vinegar Syndrome? Let me know. Is that the if it's Vinegar Syndrome one, it's that fake Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequel, right? That's what that one is. Hell yeah, man. That's me too. I was doing that. I was just there. I got home about 10 o'clock. That's awesome, man. I love it. I love it. That's what I meant. Sorry, you're right, Mark. It's Severin. It's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre one with the slipcover. Oh yeah. Night Killer. Yeah. It was weird, you know what I mean? Like it was cheap, kind of like a fake ass slasher type movie. But yeah, that's cool, man. Dude who loves movies. Oh, hell yeah, Cody. I see what you did. You snuck in with the new name. Boom. Guys, go check out Cody. He just started a channel. You may know him from the chat. Lepke Vision Films is starting a channel. And you will see him on this show very, very soon promoting it because he is super supportive of me. So I want to return the favor to him. Awesome dude. Go sub to him. And again, anybody in the chat, guys, I always say, if you see a lot of the same people in the chat, go check and see if they have active channels. If they do, subscribe. That's kind of like how I usually do it. If I see somebody and I see they have an active channel, I usually will sub. I'll just show them support because I'm sure they want it just, as much as I do. So it's always a good thing to do. But what's interesting is that I always don't see who subs to me. I mean, I'm sure people talk all the time, analytics, you can go in, you can dig deep, you can find who dislikes it. Man, I don't look at any of that stuff. I probably should. Maybe I would be moving quicker along here, but I don't. So I never see who subs to me. And I never look at analytics at all. Let me see what's going on here. Rad Back for Life. Heck yeah, Boba Fett's. What's up? Welcome, man. Jack Frost. What's up, dude? Hey, this guy's the man, dude. He's been drawing some kick-ass pictures. If you got like that Uncle Bell Dick Demon, this is the man right here. Hell yeah, roundhouse kick that like button. I appreciate that, especially diving in now, getting people to just kind of jump over here. You must have the notifications on because I like announced this like 5 minutes ago that I was going to do this. I made a quick thumbnail and I jumped right on. But I'm also not looking at my YouTube. I could probably pull it up on another page, but if anybody's on there right now and sees that thing hit 2.0 subs, just let me know, because we were at 198 when I jumped on here. So it's been huge. So anybody who has shared my post on Instagram over the last couple days, and for anybody who subbed today, I truly appreciate it. Again, the 2K mark was my goal for 2022. We're only like a couple weeks off of that. So, I mean, that's still a big goal because I think in November I was only at like 750 or something. So we really hauled some ass and got some people interested in the channel. So I really appreciate that because, again, like I said, I love doing this. It's super fun. And if you guys are having a good time, I'm always down to entertain. I don't like to do things like the norm. If you know me, it's always going to be go big or go home. Ideas are running through my head all the time, collaborating with people like Dead Pit, collaborating with people like the RAD2K. I mean, we've always got these new ideas to keep everybody on their toes and entertained. And speaking of that, I just wanted to get into like what you can expect from this channel in the next coming months, right? Let's talk about this month. What do I have scheduled? Obviously I've got some review stuff, which I'll show you. I got a bunch of stuff here. I probably will review some of it. But next week's going to be a pretty big week. So my goal next week is there should be two pretty big shows coming. Number one, RAD2K Podcast Episode 1 pilot should premiere next week on YouTube. Now, I want you guys to check it out. I want you guys to definitely comment and let us know, do you like the format? Do you not? It was the idea for the podcast to have something a little bit more on the regular, but a little bit different than like our live shows. So we wanted to make our live YouTube shows like our big shows, our pay-per-views, because we always try to go all out with the idea that we have and make it a fun event. But the podcast is going to be something where you can get a little more RAD2K on the regular, but obviously we wanted to make it a little bit different than what you're getting. So definitely let us know on the pilot when it drops. Do you like the format? Would you listen to it? Because it is going to hit all audio streaming podcast platforms. And just so we know, do we tweak it? Do we keep it? Do we run with it? Like, definitely want the feedback from the people who have supported us since we started the RAD2K thing about 6 months ago. So definitely happy you guys buying shirts, supporting it. I mean, it was something that kind of just came about. Stars aligned in a certain area. We decided to run with it. And it seems like it's kind of taken off in a sense in its own little way. People are wearing the shirts. People are asking us to be on their shows as a unit. Like, it's pretty cool, guys. And people are writing "Think RAD2K" on different things and other videos. They're saying it. It's just really cool. I really like it a lot. It feels like a little faction for all you wrestling fans out there. And then the other big show that's going to be on this channel, hopefully dropping next week, is the room tour. And guys, I've seen like a rough cut of it, and it's everything I wanted it to be, basically. Like, I had a grand vision of what I wanted this to be, especially because it took so long. So I wanted to make sure that it was going to be something really neat and cool and not just me walking around a room with a phone. And the rough cut looks really good. So between the RAD2K episode and the movie room tour, they are both under currently editing right now. So it's just a matter of finishing the edit to the final and uploading it to the channel. So those are the two big ones. And if all goes right, they should be both out next week. Those are two big ones. Rad Company is coming back. I am still in season 2. I've had a couple guests have to move some things around. So that's why you haven't seen me do it in probably 2 weeks. But I've got some guests lined up for this season that we'll start rocking and rolling on that too. So again, my goal for season 2 was different people. Maybe some people you didn't see on this channel, maybe some content creators that are doing something a little bit different than the norm. I want to just bring a little bit of different flavor to that show and, do some collaborations with people that maybe you don't normally see. That was my goal on that. So I will get back to the chat. I just want to give you a heads up of what to expect from this channel. So if you're checking this out for the first time, to know, hey, if you subscribe, now's a great time because I've got some real big content coming your way. Oh my God, let me see where I'm at. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. River's Edge needs a Blu-ray. Does it not? I think it does, man. I think I have it. I think Kino put it out or something, maybe. I swear, I think River's Edge has a Blu-ray. I think. Did I? Scratch Burno? Did I hit 2K? Again, I'm not. I don't have the channel. I have the StreamYard open. I don't have my YouTube open. Guys, I appreciate that. What is up, Antonis? Did I haven't got mine. I haven't got mine, Vinegar Syndrome. Oh, speaking of that, I have another big video coming. I got something in the mail today. If you guys checked out my shorts today, I posted it, and I also posted it on Instagram when I got home from work. There was a huge package waiting for me, and I said, "What the heck is this big box?" And I opened it, and I said, "Oh my god, it's here." I have 3 items, 3 big collecting items that I've been waiting for a long time. 2 were announced today that they should be coming by the end of the month, and that is the NECA Chucky and the NECA Tiffany from Bride of Chucky. Dude, I had those pre-ordered in 2018. Think about that. 2018, I pre-ordered those, and they were expensive. And they're saying they're coming this month. I'll believe it when I see it, but that's a big item for me. Big. And then the one I got today is actually the limited edition HasLabs Proton Pack from the Ghostbusters, which is like, it was a really expensive item, but it was something that I wanted ever since I was a little kid playing with the blue toy, real Ghostbuster ones. I said, someday I want to have a real one. And it came in the mail, guys, and I have not opened it yet. I'm hoping to do an unboxing. I'm just trying to figure out how the heck am I going to do an unboxing with this thing that's so gigantic. That I don't know yet, but that's what I'm going to try to work on for you guys. So that's another big video. I'm going to try to work on something. Maybe I unbox it and maybe I just showcase it once it's all set up. I don't know. But let me see who else is in the chat here. And Alyssa Milano, Star Teen Wolf 3. I did not get my Vinegar Syndrome order yet. Satan's Blade. I have that, but I don't have it from Arrow. I have it from like another company, like a Blu-ray, but it's like it seems kind of like almost like a very, I don't know what company, not Arrow though. I think Arrow did do it, but I have it from like another company. Christian, what's up, man? Go check out Planet CHH, my buddy. Me and him are going to be doing a collab very soon where we're going to be doing the watch along for my grandpa's A Vampire. So we're just working out dates for that. So keep your eye out on that. We will be doing a collab. I hit 2K. Guys, kicked ass. Look at this. I didn't even have to be, I was only on for 13 minutes. Killed it. I knew this would work. No, thank you guys so much. I mean, that's huge. That's in the new milestone right there. I love it. RAD2K, baby. Thank you guys so much. Jack Frost. Made in Hong Kong 1, hasn't even shipped. If Ebola syndrome is, I didn't order that. I didn't order that. So maybe that's why someone backed up. I don't know. I was trying to think why I haven't even got a shipping notice yet. And I'm like, did I order something that's like not coming yet? I don't know. What's up, Perry? How are you? What do you think about Stephanie McMahon resigning from the WWE? It's sad. The whole WWE situation is sad. It's confusing. It's sad. Being a lifelong wrestling fan since probably the age of 4, it's heartbreaking because, I was always living up Northeast. I was always a WWE guy, more or less. WCW to me, I loved WCW, but it was back in like the early 90s, like late 80s, early 90s, like was my WCW. To be honest, when Hogan got there is when I kind of started getting out of WCW. So I was introduced to WCW, believe it or not, was when RoboCop first came in. That was my first introduction to WCW. I saw a commercial at my grandmother's house, and it says RoboCop, and it showed him on a wrestling show, and I was like, what is this? And I clicked it, and I was just like obsessed with it. Sting, Flair, Sid Vicious, Blind Brian, Lex Luger. Like I loved it. And I was really hooked on WCW for quite a while, basically until about 95-ish. I started getting out of it. And I got back in a little bit when NWO came and all that stuff, but always a pure WWE guy. I started getting out of wrestling around 2020. When they started doing the no crowd thing, I was kind of bored with it. it was like there was no direction. So I stopped watching it, and that's kind of when AEW came on the scene, like it was around a little bit before then. And I was kind of looking for an alternative, and but at the same time, like a lot of the guys they were picking up were people that are like I didn't want to see anymore. Like I was never like a Moxley guy, so like when he went over there, I'm kind of like, well, I don't want to start watching the show. I mean, I didn't care about Moxley before. I don't want to watch a show that he's going to be like a headliner. So I never got into AEW. Um, and I just really haven't gotten into wrestling too much since 2020. Like I'll watch pay-per-views. Like I'm excited for the Royal Rumble. I always love the Royal Rumbles, but like the active like every single week I'm watching it. Like I have not watched SmackDown in probably since 2019, maybe. Like I don't think I've ever seen it since it's been on Fox. Put it that way. Raw was always something I would do. It was always kind of like habit and hope. It was like I always watched it, but I always hoped it would get better. That's kind of what was going on for the last like 5 or 6 years or so. So yeah, I'm not watching it, but I'm sad because I don't want to see it crumble. Um, because it meant so much to me growing up, and there's so much like history and libraries and what happens to that and questions, and it would be sad to see that kind of go away. And Stephanie leaving is to me like it feels like an indicator that things aren't going the right way. Like I would have always hoped that Vince would pass the the organization on to Stephanie, Shane, Triple H, let them kind of do it their way. I think that's what everybody wanted, and it doesn't seem like it's going that direction based on some of the things that we're hearing now, and that's what makes me kind of nervous. So Stephanie resigning from WWE, sad. I think it's probably not a good thing. So that just remains to be seen. Speaking of wrestling, I want to get this right really quick. It was a death tonight, and it was Jay Briscoe died at 38 in a fatal car accident. Now, rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. Jay Briscoe was part of a tag team with his brother in Ring of Honor, and that's where I was introduced to them many, many, many years ago. Great team. I always thought they had the ability to really make it. I know they had plans to go to WWE at one point. The rumor has it is that they were on the verge of signing at some point. Something fell through, did not happen. And the theme song that AJ Styles currently has actually was written for the Briscoes before it fell through. I mean, that's the rumor that I've always heard. And basically, when AJ came to the table and they said, well, we got this theme laying around, and he listened to it. He's like, okay, that could kind of work. Because when you really listen to the lyrics, like it doesn't really make a lot of sense for AJ. It's like, we're Southern boys with farmer strength. Like we're Southern boys. Like AJ's one guy. Like it just doesn't fit him. I mean, it might now because we're so used to it, but it feels very Briscoe-esque. And it's sad that they never were able to take their talents to the big stage like WWE. I think they had all the ability in the world. I don't know them from a personal standpoint. I don't know what they were into. Were they partiers? Were they irresponsible? Were they behavior issues? I don't know any of that, but I know a lot of people love them, fans and colleagues. And it's very sad to see such a tragedy. It's like 2023 has not started well when it comes to death and illness and all the stuff that you hear every day. And it's like, man, I swear I see a celebrity death every day. It feels like. So imagine how many people around the world are sick and dying. And if you're only hearing about the people that everybody knows, but you're hearing on it so much, it's sad. And I feel so bad. And I can only imagine what his brother is going through. But rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. Great talent. And I wish we could have seen, it on a bigger stage. But he did great. They did great for their career. They did really good. And I'm curious to see what happens to his brother. Hall & Oates, what up? Carter attention. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Appreciate that so much. It was a stretch goal for me, so I'm happy to be here. Punisher Batman fan, what's up? Boba Fett's, hell yeah, 2K subs. That was the game plan today. Thank you guys. And I even know Wes and Deadpit had posted something. A bunch of people on Instagram had said something. So I appreciate everybody for the support and pull to get that done today. Yeah, the Proton Pack, it's still in the box. It's gonna be pretty sick. My biggest issue is I don't know where the hell I'm gonna put it. Like my ultimate when I bought it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna hang it on the wall. But now I'm looking, I'm like, I don't know if I'm even have enough space to hang it on the wall. Uh, did they? Because I pre-ordered mine, but it's not here. Thank you, Punisher Batman fan. Cole, thank you, man. Yeah, I agree, Robert Long. I did want to see them in WWE at some point. Sadly, I think that their time had probably passed, but with them, but I mean, it was always something I wanted to see. Bubba, congratulations. Man, thank you so much. I mean, I haven't seen you in the chat, so it's either maybe you're on a different name or you're new or you just don't usually comment. But thank you so much, especially because you're one of the hardest working channels on YouTube. I try, man. I think there's a lot of other people that are putting in a lot more work, like more content, that's for sure. There's people that are putting out like 4 or 5 videos a week. Sadly, my schedule just does not let me do that. I try to sneak things in here and there. The one thing I will, say is that when I do something, I try to, give 110%. I want to make it a little bit different. I want to do something that things that other people aren't doing. I want to keep it entertained. We talked about wrestling here. I've said this 100 times. It's like I want the shows that I'm on, my shows and people I collab with, like I want it to feel like it's such a big community, but I almost want it to feel like a must-see show, right? Like continuations, to be continued, storylines. I just think that gives it must see feel and not just me sitting here rambling like I'm doing right now. Hooked on Chronics. What's up? Did you watch it? I did. I did not watch it when it was on HBO. Sadly, I did not have HBO as a kid. I watched it when it was on Fox. And, my favorite episode, I don't know off the top of my head. To be honest, it's been quite a while since I've watched all of them, but I was talking to a couple people, and I think we're gonna try to do like a Tales from the Crypt series where we go back and rewatch all of them. And there's even a series that I'm gonna be working on with a couple of the people, similar to X Files. So I know Uncle Bill's gonna kind of head that whole thing, and then we're gonna kind of chime in as we go. But keep your eye out on the Dead Pit channel on here for things like Tales from the Crypt, X Files. Like these are all things that are in the works for quarter one of 2023. Um, I was just saying that. Yeah, it's coming. I don't know if I'm gonna try to record it and then put it out. Like I don't think I could do it live. So it's probably something I'm gonna have to record as I'm building it and then just post the video up. But it'll take a little bit of work because I'm gonna have to do it all on the floor, I'm sure. Hey man, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Heck yeah, let's do it. 3K. 3K. So again, if you're in here and you're not sub, just keep subbing, man. Like if you're not, like we hit 2K, let's keep going. Let's keep doing this. Again, the more I see that people like this, the more I want to continue doing it and put more effort into it because um it's fun, guys. It really is fun. It's something I feel like I needed. Um because I was just finding myself being such a workaholic with work and I love what I do, but when it's 24 hours a day, all I think about, it was good to kind of take it back a little bit, start being a little more social, like with stuff like this, finding people that had other hobbies as I did. I had this hobby forever that I just never really was enjoying because it was like I was always just focused on work and all this other stuff. But thank you so much. Jack Frost, thank you. Sean, Pinocchio's Revenge. Yeah, I think it does. I was talking about that with somebody. I keep predicting what I would like to see is like a Vinegar Syndrome. They did like what they do zombie Hard Rock Zombies and Rock and Roll whatever they did that double pack. Man, I would love to see like Leprechaun. I mean, geez, it's late, guys. I'd love to see Pinocchio's Revenged with Rumpelstiltskin. That's what I would like to see. Something like that. Yeah, yeah. What's up, Kenny? What's up, man? How you doing, man? Kenny Levels, go check him out. I'm sure you guys already know him. Actually, you know what? Speaking of Kenny, I see his little profile picture there. He's a big ET fan. Check out this thing I got today, guys. Tell me if this is pretty rad. And I'm pretty backed up in here. So I had to get this. Growing up, I had the ET VHS tape. Nostalgia crazy with that company called, and I hope I get this right, Modern Video, where they kind of take current movies and make like VHS tapes out of them. But when I saw this, I knew I needed to own this. How sick is this? It's got the ET, boom, nope. But what's even more badass, if you guys remember, you got that green side, like the old ET VHS tape. Like, how sick. So this was like a limited edition thing. Don't know if they have any more left, but go check out Modern Video on Instagram. Very cool. They put a lot of effort into their work. It's beautiful. Just a real cool piece. I don't know. I just like it a lot. I just feel like it fits. I tell you this all the time. I'm a big mashups guy. I love mashups. I'm such a sucker for them. And I knew I needed to get this. And when they added in, hey, we're gonna do the green piece on the tape, I was like, oh, I'm all in. I'm all in. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Saturn Video, what is going on? Wrestling games. Yeah, I mean, wrestling was tough for a lot of years. It was tough for a lot of years, but there was some good with it too. Like there was when NXT first came out, and you were getting like the Daniel Bryans, the Finn Balor's, Becky Lynch. Like when they were all in NXT, like the future looked real bright for WWE. I loved NXT around that time. Like it was just like they could do no wrong. And I think what happened was when they started calling people up and Vince started changing what was working, I think that really hurt them. And it was almost like all these guys that were stars in NXT had to start over. And if it didn't work, it didn't work. And they just got deep pushed. It was just Triple H was doing a lot of hard work down there to get these guys a name, give these guys a name, and then they would come up and it would just get squashed and ruined. And I think that was a big problem. But what's crazy is here's another thing I think we're gonna do with Dead Pit. The night of the Royal Rumble, which I think is next Saturday night. Is it this Saturday or next Saturday? I don't know. Some Saturday night. This one or next one. We were thinking after it's over, doing a review on the 2003 Royal Rumble, which is actually 20 years ago from this year, which is crazy. And what's nuts about it too is I was actually there live. It was here in Boston. And I remember it as clear as day. I cannot believe it was 20 years ago. It does not feel like that. It boggles my mind that that was 20 years. But I watched it the other day, and man, like, what a great event. It had highs, it had lows, and it was just like back then, 2003, I loved wrestling, but I still in my head was like, it's kind of post attitude era. This is, it's kind of like ruthless aggression era. Like it's pretty good. But when you watch it now, it's like, man, we were so spoiled back then. Like everyone seemed like a star. There was cool storylines. There was stuff that they could never do now. And it should be real cool to talk about because there's some really memorable stuff in there, bad and good. So keep your eyes open for that. Yeah, Ben, I'm behind on the chat, guys, but yeah, Ben Grimm, you're right. They great matches, great matches. Really? So it comes out next week and Walmart's got it? Well, mine's pre-ordered, but it would be cool to get it early. It's not a bad idea, man. It's not a bad idea. Uncle Bill would win because he's he would just be like, it sucks, game over. Like it's a piece of shit. Like that's nothing else you could say. That's what would happen. Yeah. So we're kind of working the kinks out, but I know like a couple people are going to be included. Like Stuntman Mark is in here. Uncle Bill had mentioned him, Rambo Raff, him, myself. Like we're we're gonna mess with it. Problem is, I was telling Uncle Bill today, based on how we do it, like, man, I have not X-Files was such a big show for me growing up, but I literally have not watched X-Files at all in like 20 years. So to go through and talk about episodes that I have not seen in probably 20, 25 years based on when they aired, I don't remember much. I remember some episodes, but not detailed enough. I'm like, listen, you need to either tell me like, maybe a couple episodes and I'll go back and rewatch them, or maybe I'll start rewatching the series now and catch up. But like, I really do want to go back and watch that series front to back. I really do want to go back and watch Tales from the Crypt front to back. And the easiest way for me to do that, as selfish as it is to do some kind of show that forces me to have to do it, because I hate coming into a show unprepared. I never want to do that. So like, it forces me to like find time to start chipping away at this stuff. So that's kind of my goal. Yeah, I heard that today. Channing Tatum wants to do Ghost. I don't care. Oh wow, yeah, that was like really early me. So Wes and I had met online, and he knew I was a big wrestling fan. And when Dead Pit was on the outs, or they were pretty much over, the show was not canceled, but it was on hold, a long extended hold. And Wes was getting the itch again to start doing more stuff on YouTube or podcasting. And Uncle Bill was very busy with his family and his job. And so he came to me and said, "Hey, I know you like wrestling. I'm going to start a little group. We're going to talk wrestling." So it was me, Wes or CK, Pizowl, Fred the Wolf, Jay Schneeberger, who his channel was Beyond the Realms, and also Corey from S'mores Indoors. Like, we were like a little group, like a little faction called the WrestleManiacs. And it was my introduction to any kind of streaming or being on camera. Like, there's a lot of episodes I was just sitting on my couch, right? Like, it was just very lax. But I think the conversation was good. And we went over different pay-per-views and watched the pay-per-view and then did a review on it afterwards. Like, there was quite a bit of shows. I mean, sometimes Wes will send me a show and I'm like, I have no recollection of this at all. But yeah, that was my first intro to doing this. And then that ended because wrestling was getting a little bit so people were like, I don't really want to talk about it anymore. So that ended. And then shortly after is when all this kind of started on the YouTube thing. So yeah, man, thank you so much for checking that out. Keep your eyes open, because we are thinking about doing maybe some reunion WrestleManiac shows and stuff. Yes, yes, I love that. It was so funny because I can remember Saturday morning, like, that was my jam. Was I'd wake up in the morning, my mom would have like donuts or whatever waiting. I'd eat them. I'd bring all my wrestling figures out to the living room. I'd dump them on the floor. I'd put like them under a blanket, and then I would sneak one out and have a Royal Rumble. So whoever I grabbed would be like the next entrant or whatever. And I would sit there and play with those wrestling figures for hours, and then just watch all the different shows until about 11 on a Saturday. And that's when Wrestling with Superstars would come on. And then when that was over, that was pretty much like, all right, time to go outside now. But from 8 o'clock or 7:30 or whatever till 11, it was cartoons every half hour. And I remember when Tales from the Crypt came on, Tales from the Crypt Keeper, I really was into that. I have the seasons on DVD. But again, it's been a real long time since I've seen them. Yeah, it is always how it works, right? That's definitely one that's due, no doubt, no doubt. Yeah, man, I have that too. I think I must still have it, but yeah, I had that as a kid. I know that much. I think I still probably have it, but yeah, the green tab on the VHS was just classic. Jamie Hart, what's up, kid? Sorry if you're not here anymore. I'm behind. Yes, 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 yes. Rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. Super sad. I just talked about it a little bit ago. If you're just popping in, um, tragic, man. Like, car accident too. Like, he was with his brother in the car, I heard, possibly. So I mean, I can't even imagine. I can't. Did it really? It took them 7 years to get it. Huh. I had no idea. I remember getting it when it came out. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. He could have. Oh, it was day after WrestleMania. Yeah, I was trying to ask them. I have all the DVDs on for X-Files, but I was trying to see if we ended up doing watch-alongs. Like, is it accessible for people to find it? Right? Like, does a streaming service have all the X-Files? So if we said, "Hey, we're gonna do episode 1, season 3, or whatever," like, would people be able to follow along, or it's just there's just nobody has access to that? I wasn't sure. Yeah, heck yeah, man. But yeah, I need to refresh because I remember home. I remember like I was telling him, I was like, I remember the episode with the guy with the electricity and it was doing the filter song like, "Hey man, nice shot. Hey man." I remember that. Like, but I don't remember all the episodes. Like a lot of them just kind of mesh together. For me. Tales from the Dark Side wrestling episode. Man, I have all the Tales from the Dark Side on DVD. I don't remember that episode. I used to watch Rock and Wrestling as well. That was one of my first introductions to WWF, actually. Michigan Dipper, what is up? Oh, thank you so much. Love Skid Row. This is probably like, I'm gonna say this is one of my favorite albums of all time. Skid Row, Skid Row. It's definitely probably one of my favorite albums. Front to back, I feel like it's just friggin' unbelievable. In my opinion, there's no bad song on that album. And actually, if you get the remastered one, they actually have a song on it that got cut from the album, which is a phenomenal song. Like I listen to that song and I'm like, why would you cut this? Like this is better than like half the songs on here. Um, I'm trying to think what the song is. It goes, "Remember where we were young, from kids from the run." I forget, but it's awesome. So check it out if you haven't. Just gonna floating on a ship and stars out there. Well, again, I'm glad at least you're doing it watching me. Wait, what? I'm back down? Somebody said I was at 2K. Somebody said I was at 2K already. Did somebody leave? Somebody's messing with me. Now I'm losing subs. Now I'm losing subs. Um, Let me know. Did I lose a sub? I need to be over 2K because then, if I do lose a couple. Oh, it's on Hulu. Heck yeah. Wait, am I back up? Thanks, Brian. Let me know, guys. I'm way behind in the chat. Am I at 199 or am I at 2K? I was at 2K. Oh, dude, 18 Life. 18 in Life is one of my absolute favorite songs. One of my absolute favorite songs. Now, I oh, PVD Horror, what's up, guys? Hey, listen. What's up? Check these guys out. PVD Horror, these guys are from my area. PVD, Providence, that's me. Check these guys out. They're doing great stuff, and I wish I had a ton more free time because they've been putting on events. And sadly, I'm not a drinker, so it doesn't attract me from that standpoint. But to hang out with other horror fans from this area, definitely something I want to do. So check them out, and I'm going to get them on this show to just kind of talk to you guys about what they're doing because they're doing some cool stuff around here, and I need to just find time and go hang out with those dudes. So Dave or Brian or whoever it is that's behind that right now, hopefully we can get you guys on the show, some kind of collab, and hopefully we'll be able to hang out soon. We are the youth. Go. Yeah. So I'm going to tell you guys right now, you guys think I'm nuts. Okay. So, it says 199, Oh my God. Somebody left because I was at 2K a little while ago. They're messing with me. Well, hopefully before we end, it'll go back up to 2. Hopefully. So I've been doing like, I was like, oh, I'm not going to do TikTok. I don't want to do TikTok. I don't want to dance in front of the camera. But what I've been doing on it is I want to try to get to 1,000 followers on TikTok as well, because once I get to 1,000, I can stream live there. Now, the reason I want to stream live on TikTok is because if there's a different audience that's following me on TikTok, then if I go live and tell them to come over here for big shows, then it would just get more eyeballs on the channel. I think I'm like 20 away, not even. I think I'm like 14 away from 1,000 over there as well. So I mean, I could hit 2K and 1,000 I'll probably hit both in January, which would be great. And I can kind of mess with the live thing over there. But what I've been doing on TikTok more is like I found it's kind of funny because what I'll do is I'll take movies or scenes or pop culture related stuff or anything that I either thought was cool growing up that was like unique, or it could be music as well, or anything that my friends and I would find funny. We know growing up and you always find stupid things funny, things that like nobody else would find funny, or you thought nobody else would find funny. Well, that's the kind of stuff I'm trying to like post. And I feel like what's funny is like a lot of those videos catch on and other people like, oh, I used to think the same thing, or oh, I never thought about that. That's so funny. And it's funny because you start to see that like you're not so damn weird after all. But one of the things I was gonna do, and I highly doubt anybody's said this before because it's a little bit out of left field. But I'm gonna say it because I was just talking about wrestling and Cody brought up 18 in Life. Now, if you guys know the song 18 in Life, and if you're a wrestling fan, you know the wrestler Rikishi. If anybody knows who Rikishi is, he's The Rock's cousin. And forever, my friends and I, during 18 in Life, where they would say, Ricky's the wild one, we used to say, Rikish the wild one. And we always used to say it was about Rikishi. And I'm going to tell you right now, you say Rikish the wild one, and you think about Rikishi, you're never going to hear Ricky's the wild one again. You're never going to hear it. You're only going to hear Rikish is the one. That's it. So you heard it here first. Next time you listen to it, think Rikish the wild one, and you'll never unhear it. And that's just a stupid thing that my friends and I used to think was the funniest thing that we used to laugh about growing up. But now it's on you. And now you guys won't be able to get it out of your head. So thank you for my random rant. Let's see where we're at. Oh, it's late, guys. It's late. I've been up like almost 24 hours. Slave to the Grind is freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. I haven't heard. I have that, but I don't recall like any of the. I can't remember a lot of the songs on it. I saw that. It's cool. I mean, anybody who doesn't have it, get it. I don't think I'm gonna buy it because it's the same. I think it's the same disc I have. Oh no, maybe mine's Warner Brothers. I don't know, but I already have the Blu-ray and the only thing I'm gonna get different is the slip, so I'm probably gonna pass on it. I'm trying to catch up here. Fred's YouTube channel about cars, only 25 subs. When he has TikTok about the same thing. It's weird. Yeah, things are strange how they kind of work in one format and work in work. I'll tell you another thing too. So, if you guys don't know what I do, my job, my full time job is I've been a fitness coach for 2013, 18 years almost. So it'll be 18 years, I think, in March of this year, which is wild. And so it's what I do full time. I do online coaching, I do in-person coaching. But what's crazy is I really tried to kind of for like the last 5 years, I really worked hard at trying to build my fitness brand on Instagram to a point where I literally was creating content every single day for like probably 2 or 3 years. I probably posted some kind of helpful fitness content every single day for like 3 years. And I put a lot of work into it. It gave me a couple opportunities to do some seminars and, collab with some people. But, as far as like my business growth or anything like that, it didn't really do much for that. And what's funny is then I start this channel for fun, right? Not even for work. It's for fun, not for financial reasons like I do my fitness one. It's not like I need to make money here to survive or anything like that. But I did it because I have a collection. I like this kind of stuff and take snazzy pictures and videos or whatever. And I did the YouTube channel, created the Born to Be Rad Instagram page. And it's like totally blown out anything I've ever done on fitness when it comes to engagement, interaction, how many likes per post, how many transition from like people who follow me on Instagram then come to my YouTube channel and all this junk. it's just wild to me that, like, people always say, do what you're passionate about and things will kind of work out. It's just so strange. It's just, I put so much effort into that, and it's like I'm almost at the same amount of subs as I am as I am on Born to Be Rad, and I've only been doing this channel for like 2 years, and I've been doing the fitness one for like 5 years with a post like every day for like the last three. I don't know. It's just weird, and I think the fitness industry in some aspects is oversaturated. So I think that doesn't help either. I know a lot of fitness coaches like to go on and debate each other, so that's not that fun. Like it's not. It. I love what I do, and I think I have a lot of great information. I can help people, do better and where they want to do better in their life. I'm good at all that, but I think it's just oversaturated with people that might be in good shape and say, "Hey, I'm a coach now, and I'm going to give you information that I don't really know much about." And then trainers argue, and it becomes pretty dramatic in some aspects. So, anyway, all I want to say is like it's just so funny to see how certain communities are very different, right? Like I may post something that I work for an hour on my fitness page, and it's like 25 likes, and then I post a picture of like Jason hockey mask, and it's like 150 likes on the Born to Be Red channel. I don't know. It's just funny. It's just funny. Yes, Rikishi is the Usos' dad. Dying Breed, what's going on? Oh, you got to. Rakesh the Wild One. Every time. Every time. It's never gonna go away now. Brandon, what's up? Yeah, man. Keep me posted, dude. Keep me posted. I'm always down. It's easier for me to do like streams just because I can do it from here, like at all hours of the night when everyone's asleep. Um, Me going places is harder, but I mean, hopefully we can make it work for sure. Of course. I can't either. Actually, you know what's funny is I'm going to a convention in March, and Winnie Cooper or whatever her name is in real life, she's gonna be there. So I'm like, dude, I gotta bring that Sidekicks release and see if she can sign it because I think that'd just be unique. And I'm curious to see what's inside. Like maybe there's a still of her in there in the box or something like that. Um, but yeah, I mean, I definitely check that out. I'm definitely excited to do that. Scott Herman, yeah, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. He's been doing this a long, long time. Yeah, he's someone good to follow. Uh, Afro Whale, what's going on? Thanks, buddy. Thank you, buddy. Is it at 2K now? God, I was at 2K and then it went back down to 199. Now it's back to 2K. All right. So that's why I need people that are checking this out. I mean, there's 50 people in here right now. There's 53 people in here right now. If you're not sub, please go sub just in case I lose a couple. You can stay above that 2K. That'd be great. Thank you. Heck yeah. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Like I said, it's nice. I do a lot of stuff online too. So people don't have to necessarily be here to do it. And follow me on Instagram at GPS coaching. At least you can get an idea of like my mindset and my philosophies on stuff. Like I said, I can easily just be like, do this, do that, do this, do that. But man, I've been working with people of all ages and general population and athletes and all this stuff. So, you know, I know what works. It's not that easy. It's not that cut and dry. A lot of people will be like, "Oh, January 1st, I'm gonna get fit," and they see this diet online that sounds great on paper. Lose 10 pounds in 10 days. Like that stuff's all well and good, but number one, usually what happens in a situation like that is you burn out, you hate what you're doing, it's not sustainable. Like that's not realistic. That's to sell a product. You got to look things at things from a lifestyle standpoint. What can you maintain for a long period of time, if not ever? Small changes equals big progress. I mean, there's so much more to it that people aren't seeing because saying stuff like that doesn't help sell a product, right? People don't want to be like, "Oh, I need patience." I don't want patience. Like I want it now, right? So they have to do things like that. But at the same time, like all these people that are promoting all this stuff, I just want to know how many people have been training 40 hours a week for the last 18 years, right? So that's the difference. The average lifespan of a fitness coach is 3 years. Average. So think about that. Ba, 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 ba. Thank you. Thank you. You as well. Everybody. 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 Don't be doing things you don't like to do. Put it that way. Thank you. I agree. I hope everyone here is as well. Yeah, I know. I'm too old, man. I'm getting too old. I'm getting too old in here. I gotta stay young, man. You gotta control the controllables. Dude, that's a movie I've been wanting to do a rad recommendation on. Freaking love Looker, dude. Love it. That theme at the beginning. I'm your looker. Na, 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 na. Super underrated. No one talks about that one. Cool movie. It's on my list of things I want to talk about. Top release, like physical media release, probably Roadhouse. Probably. Yeah, I loved Wonder Years. Thank you. Heck yeah, let's keep it there. Good question. Quarter one, 2023. Probably February. It's going to be myself, Dead Pit, and Pop's Movie Dungeon are going to be doing the next Scream Factory year episode. Yes, I think yep, year 6. So that's coming probably February. Exactly. Chad Kruger, what's up? Thank you. All right, I'm gonna work on it. That's another one that needs another release. I think I only have the DVD release of that, and I think that's the only way to get it still. Correct me if I'm wrong. All right, good news is I caught up on the chat. So you guys can keep chiming in. I'll get back to it. I'm probably only gonna be on here another 10 minutes. So like I said, let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm gonna answer all of them, hopefully. And what I'll do is I'll just show you a couple other things I got that I'm gonna probably have to do some reviews on. If you followed my Instagram, like I said, or my shorts today, I posted a huge box that I got in the mail today. I'm gonna have to do a video on that very, very soon. If you haven't, I just did a rad recommendations episode on this bad boy. So this just came out from MVD Rewind. Great movie, one of my all-time favorite comedies, Last American Virgin. If you haven't checked out my video, go check it out. It's pretty spoiler-free. And hopefully, if you haven't seen that movie after you check out my review, you will definitely want to pick it up. This just came out from MVD Rewind, so this is the way to get it. It's got a slip, and just hustle on it because sometimes those slips sell out. And I would definitely grab it. Look at this. Cardboard Enthusiast. That's what I'm talking about. Hopefully, you're subscribed, man. I'm a Cardboard Enthusiast, I heard, too. Let me see. Yeah, man, they do. And speaking of that, I got this. This was a childhood favorite of mine. Men at Work, MVD Rewind. So this is when I first realized that Sheen and Estevez were brothers. As a kid, I was like, "What?" I was so like mind blown at the time. But yeah, I always liked this as a kid. It's been a while since I've seen it. But as a kid, I remember me and my friend Andrew and my brother, we always used to watch this movie. Like, it just goes to show, like in the 80s and early 90s, on how movies were like, this is about two garbage men, and like they get kind of caught in like this like crime type thing, and then there's like, even at the beginning when they're driving around in the truck and like the police are bothering them and stuff, it's kind of like this doesn't really happen, does it? Like, but that's the thing back in the 80s and like early 90s and stuff, is like they could make movies about anything. Hey guys, we're gonna make a movie surrounding two garbage men. Like, I just don't think you'd ever see that now, and that's the charm I love in a lot of these movies. So, Men at Work from MVD Rewind just came out as well. What they do in the golf clap? Did that start at that? Is that like where that came from? Because I remember being a kid, and everybody was like, "Oh, golf clap," and I think it had to have started with that movie. I've never seen this. I don't know anything about it. Nightmare Man. It's new. Haven't checked it out yet. Terror Never Sleeps. But it's got Tiffany Shepis in it, so I'm excited to check it out. I don't know much about it. Just horror movie with Tiffany Shepis. Let me see when it came out. 2006. 2006. I don't know. I might have this on DVD. I'd have to go back and check. And then I also got this, which is definitely something that seems right up my alley. It's from Kino. No, who's it from? Kino. Yeah, Kino. And it's Programmed to Kill. Man, I just saw this girl in the front. It's like a Terminator type thing. I was like, oh, this is something I have to check. Never seen it. But it's definitely something I think would be right up my alley. And then, of course, I got this Missing in Action box set. This is sick. I like that Kino did the set like this, like a big set with all them in it. I think that's just really cool. So you got the Missed in Action Chuck Norris box. So I'm excited to dive into that. I'm not gonna. I have something else I want to showcase, but I did an unboxing on the Rad Pack podcast episode, so I don't want to show that now. I want you guys to check that out. So again, I'll do a little review before I leave of everything I talked about earlier, in case you guys weren't here. But I'm gonna go back to the chat really quick. Let's see. Love Men at Work. Yes. I agree as well. Paul Heyman. That's funny. I did get the Chocolate War. Yes. I'm probably not going to Monster Mania in March. I got to see what Chiller looks like. It's going to be a weird couple months because I'm supposed to travel in April. And that's going to probably take a lot of of my convention time. I'm going to travel in April. I'm going to try to come to Kentucky. I'm going to try to come to Scarefest at the end of the year in October. And I just don't know if I'm going to be able to make March work. I do need to get to it's been a while since I've been to a Monster Mania, to be honest. I would love to. Let me if it's is it in Jersey? I will not go to Maryland. It's just too far. I'll check the lineups and see if the lineup's insane and it's in Jersey. I may go. Not to see what Chiller's looking like too, but I'm assuming you're working, which is sick. Oh, was it? Oh, then I probably do have it because I have that set. Bip Snip, what's up? Twisted Trucker, what's up? My favorite Chuck Norris movie, personally, I'm biased on Sidekicks. Like I just grew up with it, loved it. But Missing Action's good. What's that USA one? Again, it's late. Something USA. You know which one I really like is what is it called? It's like a slasher there. Somebody help me out in the chat. It's like it's almost like a slasher movie with Chuck Norris. My God, I have it. It's gonna kill me to think about what it is. Again, I'm getting a brain fog over here. Thank you, Brian. I didn't get 4K. I didn't get Death Wish yet. I will. During the next sale, I will get it. I will get it on the next sale for sure. Silent Rage, that's what I'm thinking of. Yes. That would probably be, besides Sidekicks, that would be my next one. Oh, hell yeah. Thank you. One of my favorite albums of all time. Yeah, Matt, where are you located at? Invasion USA, yep. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate it. Silent Rage. Thanks, Cody. Yeah, that's my favorite besides Sidekicks. And Invasion USA is really good too. Off the top of my head. So what I'll do really quick before I bounce is again, thank you all for subbing. If you're checking this on the replay and you're not a subscriber, please sub. I super appreciate it. We just kind of shot the shit, answered questions tonight, told you what was coming up on the channel, just to try to see if we could get a little hype party going to get to that 2K, which we did. So thank you guys. So on the channel next week, the goal is Movie room tour will be up and done. That's a big one. I think you're all gonna like it. I had a vision that I wanted the way I wanted to do it, and watching the rough cut, it's really, really cool in my opinion. So hopefully you guys like it. I didn't want to just do an average movie room tour. I told you guys, it was taking so long that it's like I want to make this seem special. Um, and the Rad Pack podcast episode 1 pilot should be dropping next week, and I definitely want you guys to check that out. And like I said earlier, the format's a little bit different than what we're doing on the live stuff, but we wanted to make the live stuff feel like big events and the podcast to be formatted a little bit different, but giving you guys more Rad Pack because it seems like people really like the dynamic with us. So we wanted to do a little bit more than just a one a month. So also putting it to audio, I think would be good. Maybe get a different crowd listening to it about talking about movies and stuff, and then they join us on the live shows on YouTube. So that's kind of what we're going through there. I also mentioned Rad Company Season 2 is in the works. I got the guests lined up. Now it's just setting dates. Me and the Dead Pit guys are going to be doing a Royal Rumble show after the Royal Rumble this month. I had mentioned that Uncle Bill, Stuntman Mark, Rambo, myself, we're going to be doing some kind of X-Files stuff coming very, very soon. And yeah, that's like the big stuff. And then the rest you'll get like reviews here and there, some late night streams, or anything that we kind of figure out as we go. I know Rad Pack still wants to do another episode, live episode. We have some different topics that we want to talk about. We just got to pick one and then set a date. So you'll see another Rad Pack episode this month as well. So guys, again, thank you so much for your support, for getting me to 2K. Anybody who shared the content on YouTube or shared it on Instagram or whatever social media platform you did, I appreciate that. Again, I only have so much reach. The rest of my reach to get more people involved, it comes from you guys. So again, thank you so much. Thank you, Hollow Notes. I appreciate that. Thank you, Carbo Enthusiast. And hit that rad button. I appreciate that. And guys, this is Garrett at Born to Be Rad. Have a great night. And like always, stay